AITA for choosing my dog over my mom and her fiancé. My dad died in a work accident when I was 15 and I am now 17. Last year my mom started going out with Anthony and they just got engaged. Anthony wanted to move in, but the problem is he's severely allergic to dogs. My mom told me we had to get rid of Dax, my dog. Like, not even as a question, just straight up said that's what we are gonna do. I fought with my mom over this because he's my family and he's once helped me get through losing my dad. Dax was my dad's dog that he rescued from a shelter when he was still a puppy, and we had him since I was 11, so he means a lot to me. But my mom was like, nope, he has to go. We fought so much about it I actually cried. Nobody wanted to adopt Dax though, and I had to beg my grandpa from my dad's side to take him, or else my mom was gonna take him to a shelter. The problem was my GPA lives an hour away and he can't do much physical stuff like take him out for walks, feed him, take him to vet, etc. And no one around to help him take care of a dog. My grandpa suggested I could move here with him since all my classes are on Zoom and I am graduating in June anyways. I told my mom I want to move in with my grandpa so I can be with Dax. She got really mad about that and she says her and Anthony are my family and I need to be with them. But I told her, one, Anthony's not my family. I have my own problems with him cause he's kept talking about being my new dad and I don't like that shit, but he doesn't listen when I tell him to stop saying he's my new dad cause he's not. And 2, Dax is my family and she made me get rid of him just like that. My grandpa's my family too anyways. Last week I got my stuff and my uncle helped me move to my grandpa's house. My mom's still been mad. She's not gonna force me to come back, but she's still saying I am being a really shitty son that I am choosing to be with my dog instead of with them. But it hurt too much being without him. He was taken to my grandpa's a week before I left and all that time I was up crying missing him. And I know he missed me too because he lost it when I got there. My mom keeps telling me to come back and stop being cruel with her, but I am happy here with my dog. I get she's got someone new to be happy with and that's cool, it's her life. But why can't I be happy too with my dog living with me? Does it make me an asshole that I basically did choose Dax over her? NTA, you made the right decision. You're in a supportive environment with your best friend and that's all that matters. This is also a good time to set boundaries with your mom and her future spouse. Be clear that you are moving forward and have no intentions of returning. Editing. Reread your post. Your dad died in a work accident. The insurance from this, who has it? There should be survivor benefits in your name. You need to check in on this and make sure your mother and her spouse don't take something that is meant for you. You are underage but benefits should revert at 18 to you. However, unless change, those funds keep going into your mother's account. Yeah, I don't know too much about that, but I know I am supposed to be getting something when I am 18. I don't pay too much attention on that stuff. I know I probably should have caused my mom explain it to me before, but money wasn't what I wanted to think about after losing my dad. I totally get that, but now that you are living with your grandpa, those funds are going to help with household expenses, vet bills, and college. You don't want to be in an emergency and cannot get the money because your mother spent it all. She probably getting something for you already, but in your name funds start at 18. Get everything sorted now. Speak to your grandpa and it's okay not to touch the money and just set up the account so the funds are there in an emergency. These funds may not seem important, but they will be. You have 2 loved ones that are getting older in medical care. Vet care is expensive and you have to take care of yourself as well. Please speak with your granddad and get the paperwork in order ASAP. Thanks, I will ask about it. My grandpa says I don't have to move out when I am 18 cause I am gonna be doing community college first to finish with my general ed classes, and then transferring to university from there cheaper that way, so it would be better to wait. Today I learned I actually leave for university, but yeah, I can still help with bills and stuff with it. I see so many stories here about how parents expect their kids to automatically accept their new partners when they remarry. It blows my mind. They think it will just happen. NTA, agreed. My ex and I split before my son was born, so he will never know a time we were together, but I still won't force him to accept my new partners. In fact, his acceptance or lack thereof will make or break the relationship. My son's happiness is not worth anything that I can accomplish myself with a vibrator. LOL. Exactly the boat I am in, except I have not tried to date yet, but this sub has inadvertently taught me all the way to not act when if I ever get around to seeing someone again. My kid is my first priority. I don't plan to date in the near future at all. In fact, I am planning to go the donor route to have another baby in a few years. Once my mom is within 18 months of retirement, we live with her and she runs a daycare, but she is 63 now and needs to wait until she is 67 to retire. I am going to get the ball rolling. You are absolutely not a shitty son. What your mom is doing is horrible. She's trying to force a new family on you without your consent. Stay with your grandpa and keep the dog. Hope things look up for you in the future. I can tell Dax is a good boy. NTA, thanks, he's the best boy. LOL. It hurt so much when he wasn't here. We've never been separated that long before, like even on family vacations my dad always brought him with us. The social security benefits you're getting should be coming to your grandpa too. Yes, have grandpa call his local office ASAP. Be available as well in case the representative has any questions for you. NTA, and aside from wanting to be with your dog, I think a bigger issue is that Anthony is trying to be your new dad. Not cool. How long do you think it's going to be before he pulls the I am your dad now? So as I say crap, you are 17, not a toddler. Living with your grandpa is your best option overall. NTA, expecting you to give up your father's dog for a man who is literally a stranger to you is unbelievably cruel. Accepting you to accept a total stranger as your new father is equally unfeeling. I am glad you have a grandfather and uncle who could save your dog for you. Kinda sounds like you didn't choose your dog over your mom. She chose her new partner over you and your needs. NTA. You didn't choose your dog over her. She chose her husband over you and your furry friend. Furry friend was kicked out of the house and you followed him. NTA. Your stepdad and mom are majorly out of line, and to be honest I am pretty concerned here that your stepdad is going to turn out to be abusive. I am gonna put it like this, in no way should a true mother ever force you into such a terrible ultimatum. It's already sketchy that she has become engaged just 2 years after losing your father, but to a man that insists on being your new dad despite your many protests. On top of that, she is trying to eliminate a member from your family out of nowhere, and not only is Dax just your dog, but the biggest semblance of the type of man your father was. She isn't even being but an objectively terrible person, and even worse mother. You are most definitely in the right, and I hope you're able to restore a bond with her as she is your only remaining parent. However, it shouldn't be at this cost. You are most definitely NTA. First off, agreed that OP is NTA, but please don't rush to judge mom for getting engaged 2 years after his father passed. We don't know what their relationship was like, what her grief process was like, etc. 2 years is a long time, but she is probably still processing grief, and it is hard to be alone sometimes. Losing a spouse is terrible. However, do feel free to judge her for insisting on getting rid of the dog though. That is so unfeeling. Shame on her for that. Please subscribe.